Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly. And some news came up that I thought I'd share with you guys on a few things. And we're going to talk about evictions and foreclosures real quick and the state of the real estate market in a quick little video here. Before I get into it, please take a second. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. And let's get into it. We have officially crossed over a number when it comes to evictions that they're nothing short of staggering. Think about this. Right now, in the next 2 months, there will be over 4 million people that will be evicted right now. 4 million. That is crazy. Now, these are everything from condos, apartments, houses, everything. And I'm not talking anything to do with commercial real estate, just the residential stuff right now. Oh, by the way, I'm at the farmers market and beach fair down here in Huntington. They're selling all the goods for the holidays, everything from paintings to food to a little bit of everything down here at the artisan fair. So with these 4 million people, there's only one place in the entire country right now that has an eviction moratorium, and that is the beautiful city of Los Angeles, that they say no matter what they do, they're going to have to release this by January. So they may have to, because of lawsuits, release this sooner. But what we're seeing right now is really crystal clear. And that is that it's done. All bets are off. There's no more, hey, we're going to give you this extension. Nothing. It's not going to happen. Now, the thing that's disturbing is we're seeing hot real estate markets that were not problems before be problems right now. And to give you an idea, Boise, Idaho has a huge amount of evictions right now. And that you just didn't see. The other disturbing thing that we're seeing is we're seeing public housing where basically somebody gets a really, really reduced rate to live someplace for whatever reason, whether it be income, whether it be health, illness, age, whatever, okay? We're seeing public housing authorities like Allegheny County where they're starting to evict these people. And, companies that own these public housing units are starting to evict people more and more and more and more and more. California wants to pass a law that hasn't passed yet, but it most likely is going to because of how insane the state is. And that is that if you get evicted, the landlord has to give you 1 month's free rent. Now, some of these people have not paid their rent in 2.5 years, and they're supposed to get 1 month free, which when you think about it is absolute lunacy. And speaking of free stuff, you'll like this. The student loan debacle that everybody's upset about, there's just another state that's been added onto this, stating that they're going to charge people and give them a 1099 and charge them as income. You guys, I'm telling you, be careful what you wish for, because $10,000 worth of income may throw somebody in a completely different tax bracket, could throw them in a level that they cannot get food stamps and assistance. I've had people write me that are at a very low income and something happens in their life where they're given something and they get taxed on it as state income and they're done. So take a look at this stuff, guys, and make sure that you're going to remain to be eligible for benefits like that. But again, Boise, Allegheny County, these public housing areas, we're seeing it all over the place with all these different places that are having real issues with stuff like this. So, all the different henna tattoos, all the different makeup, the kids' clothes, all that stuff that you can walk through. It has been blazing hot here the last couple days, and we're in a really big heat wave, but for some reason the wind really picked up today, and it's really nice. So, the other thing with real estate is that nobody wants to admit this, and I have more landlords that tell me that they are done. I'm out of the landlord business. I don't want to deal with this anymore because of the people not paying. And if you guys don't think that this is going to get ruthless, and if you, family member, friend, or anybody you know is behind and you think that they're going to be evicted, they're going to be thrown out as quick as possible. And the landlords are doing crazy things where they're starting to go after these people after the fact. Because they're so angry with this, they're starting to go after and starting to sue these people after the fact for debt collection, to give them a 1-2 punch. So if you think you're just going to walk away and not owe anybody anything, you need to look at that again. Now, the foreclosure market is stepping up. And again, in the hot real estate markets that you've seen in the past, we're starting to see a collapse. And in what they called the bubble markets, in the last 2 years, we saw real estate go up as much as 49%. 49% inside of 2 years. Well, you know, people are freaked out about this because they don't get it. They just think it's going to keep going up. The people that paid the least for their houses, in other words, the people under 500,000, the average house is 435,000. Those people are doomed right now. Those are absolutely doomed. And you're seeing people that paid 500 grand for these houses, and now they're selling in the fours. And people are going to drop them like you wouldn't believe. Las Vegas. I'm going to reach out to Denise, who's a realtor there again, because it's the most disturbing fact I've heard. As of September 1st, think about this. In July, there were 500 houses for sale in Vegas. Now there is 11,000 houses for sale in Las Vegas. People sell because they have to sell. I don't need to sell my house. I'm not going to move. I don't need to sell, Dan. That's what other people write. So when you get these people that have to move, they're in huge, huge, huge trouble right now. And you're going to see these numbers absolutely catapult and go higher. And with that, you're seeing the prices drop even more. Now, I have a very intelligent audience, and I had a forensic accountant write me about the mortgage debacle and how loans are sold off. And I talked about this in yesterday's video about how people paid their house off and the deed, you know, is not being sent to them. And then when they went to Wells Fargo said, oh yeah, it's paid off. You should hire an attorney right now. Okay. Well, the forensic accountant started this, you know, lesson for me, which is that they sell these loans off and people don't know where their loans are at. And again, who owns your mortgage? Who owns the loan that you're making the payment to? Why make it to Wells Fargo, Dan? That's who it is. No, Wells Fargo was accepting the payment for someone else. So you need to check this out. You need to investigate this, make a phone call. It should take you an hour to figure this all out. And go down to the county recorder and see if anything's been added to your house, or any changes, or any reconveyance, or any shenanigans at all. Do yourself that favor. Now, 11,000 houses being sold in one area. You can see how windy it is because of the wind chimes, which are very cool. Kind of nice for the backyard. But it's really muggy here. It's like Florida weather here right now. We don't normally get this. John wrote me, who was a mortgage broker, and John reminded me of something that was absolutely brilliant, in that during the last debacle in real estate in 2008, Bank of America was not recording deeds fast enough because people were getting thrown out of their houses and because they were an inefficient mess. So they hired a guy to actually forge deeds and had this guy on 60 Minutes who was talking about how he got paid for each deed he forged. He got paid a set amount. That's absolutely criminal. Well, okay, now flash forward and you're having a problem with people getting their deeds. Is this happening again? I don't know. I'm not smart enough to figure that out. But man, I'm telling you, you got to ask these questions. Find out the status of where things are at. And don't be afraid to ask a question about this stuff right now. Think about this. It's your house. It's your money. You need to ask these questions. Now, here's the other thing. Bank of America thought that they invented something. Whenever there's trouble and new things come out for money, you get people that we came up with cash for keys. Okay, well, what that is here's some cash so you can get out of this house and you can move on. Now, here's the thing, guys. Bank of America realized that they didn't have paperwork on tens of thousands of houses that they were foreclosing on, and they couldn't foreclose on the people because you have to have the original paperwork and everything, which you're entitled to ask for. And again, if you or anybody you know is in trouble, you ask for that original paperwork, your original loan docs, everything. And they have to provide that before they can foreclose on you. Oh, really? Yeah, really. So John brought this up because right now, Bank of America was stepping up their cash for keys where everybody was giving $2,500. Bank of America stepped it up to $5,000. Okay. Now, if you're getting foreclosed on and somebody offered you something like that, tell them you want $25,000. Add a 2 in front of that and we'll talk. Oh, we can't do that, sir. You're a deadbeat. You're not paying your bill. Nah, I'm not going to do it. Send me the original loan docs and go from there. And again, ask for this stuff because they're having massive trouble coming up with this stuff. And that's what I think happened with Wells Fargo. It's going to be interesting to see what's happening. Now, North Carolina, you're starting to see great areas like that had no real estate problems all of a sudden have situations where people are not paying their bills and housing prices are starting to drop. Now, overall, right now, as we start September, you're seeing more and more people that are trying to buy houses, and the current interest rate right now as of this week is 5.66% if you've got good credit. It's double where it was at the first of the year. Man, what a mess. But you've got to look at hot markets like Vegas that are not hot now. That is a problem. Now, talking to people like the Economic Ninja today, there's going to be major problems. You're going to have things available like you've never seen. There are hundreds of thousands of houses that are in construction right now that will never be completed. And if you are a real estate investor, BlackRock, Blackstone, Black Ridge, Black everybody's going to buy everything. No, it's not. These people are not going to be able to do this. Okay, they don't want to do it. They've already pulled out of 38 of the 50 states, in the United States, that they're not going to buy in hot markets anymore. So get yourself ready. I am a Zillow hound, where I look at Zillow before I go to bed, and I look at all these houses and houses I can't afford and things like that. But I also am shocked at how we're starting to see houses that were $3+ million that are dropping $500,000 in price. And they're panicking. 67 days in the market, all this stuff. But the foreclosures, this is coming. And after Labor Day, this is the time. This is it. This is when every good realtor that's connected with a bank has said all hell is going to break loose. It is going to be a foreclosure festival. It is going to be an eviction festival starting on Tuesday. And if you're behind, good luck, because they are coming after everybody. So share your thoughts on all this stuff. And I want to close this thing with one thing, and that is, when I was about to hit 200,000 subscribers, I would go back and forth with the Economic Ninja. And right now, I want to catch the Economic Ninja. He's at like 254,000. I'm at 240, about to hit 241,000. Please share this channel with your friends. Let's catch the Economic Ninja. He's a smart guy, good family man, brilliant businessman, really pretty wife. Who knew, okay? But anyways, we need to pass the Economic Ninja. So we're going to launch today Operation Ninja, hashtag Operation Ninja, to catch the Economic Ninja. So please share this channel, and I want to buy a motorcycle like that, okay? And I want to catch Ninja. So share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys. A lot to cover, but again, evictions, full force right now, come Tuesday. Foreclosures, all bets are off. But the problem with it is these banks are going to have a real difficult time right now, because the thing with Wells Fargo is going to happen again. So demand your paperwork, demand access to everything, and good luck to everybody. But reach out with anything. Don't forget to email us at iAllegedly@gmail.com. We have a bunch of new surprises coming out in September. We're going to go live. Got a bunch of cool stuff. We're traveling. Everything's going to be awesome. So can't wait to hear from you guys. And thank you for bearing with the wind today, because it is incredibly windy out here today. All the best. I will see you guys soon.